Who's bigger, Gunna or Central Cee?
I don't know what it is about humans and not liking hearing people in love. I think we're all just I think we're all just cynical and sad. I don't know what
Canada
it
is the 51st state. That doesn't count. That doesn't count.
is. What are we, Trump now? Like, that's not true.
Yo, hip hop coming back. Hip hop coming back. Episode 95, Rhythm and Rhymes podcast. I'm your host, AJ Hughes. I'm here with my co-host, Antonio Hughes. I'm saying, I saw this and I was like, yo, that looked crazy. And then I saw a video of Common doing a colors performance, sparking up a blunt. He restoring the feeling. That's what I gotta say.
Look, comment. I know that when you did that, you tore every ligament in your body. So I'm gonna need you to go get an ice bath off Amazon. Shout out Jeff Bezos. He doing that little, wedding in Italy this week. But go on Amazon, get you an ice bath, because no nigga over 40 should be breakdancing. I'm sorry.
You saw how many times he had to like prepare? He was getting all right, here we go. Here we go. I was like, yo, bruh. Nah, but shout out to Common.
It looked like one of them niggas trying to hop into the double dutch line, bro. Like niggas like, let me get right.
That's a fact. Isn't it crazy that like this? I feel like this further proves our point though. Like things that we used to associate, like we don't associate breakdance. That's like I feel like now when I think of breakdance and I think of like those Red Bull videos I see of like Asian people doing the breakdancing competitions or white people. Like, when do you see black people breakdancing anymore? It's not a thing.
I just feel like it's something that's not like in culture anymore. Like things kind of just take shifts, and I think that's just something that kind of went away from, like, people don't even dance anymore normally. Like people be finding people who dance in the club like weird. Imagine if you saw a nigga get down and break dance in the middle of, like, you would look at him weird, right? Niggas just don't dance no more. I think that's the weird thing.
I'm bringing it back. You're
bringing it back. Bro, if I get a video of Andre breakdancing in the club from Chicago, if I see you doing some shit like that in Jacksonville, I'm gonna fly down. We got to do a wellness check.
It ain't even gonna be no backpack rap either. I'm gonna do it to like Yeet or like Playboy Cardi. I'm gonna just disrupt the whole thing. People are gonna be so confused because the people there, they're not even gonna know what I'm doing. They're like, yo, what is this new dance? What is this new dance?
Nigga said new dance. It was all right, bro. It was calm. It was calm. I didn't do much of anything. Not a lot of music came out. I'm just working now, trying to again get in. But yeah, bro. No.
Whoa.
I said pause. I said pause.
30. I'm trying for 30 days right now, working out. 30 days straight. 5 in the morning. Yeah. Oh, listen, I went to go watch the F1 movie the other day. I think movies are back. I went to a premiere night of a movie, and I ain't did that in a long time, and I enjoyed it. Damson played like the asshole character very well. That's what I will say. And hearing Roddy Ricch while Brad Pitt is driving, that shit hard. Brad Pitt killed that role. I ain't gonna lie.
You talking about the F1 movie?
Yeah, the F1 movie. I went to go see that shit.
Oh, I was actually trying to go see that too. I didn't even get a chance to yet, but I did see that. Like, I think Damson and Brad Pitt will low-key like play well together. Like, I don't know if you said that.
They did. They did. Yeah, they did.
They did. Okay.
Yeah. New music. There wasn't a ton of new music. The only thing I felt worth noting on the music side, at least from my perspective, was the J Hus record. He put out Gold, Ashake. He gave a little head nod to Gaddafi. I thought that was kind of smooth. What'd you think of the record, bro? And the fact that he's independent now, because I think that's important.
Didn't you send me something that said he signed with Empire, or was that like an independent contract type
E
of thing?
Empire is independent still. They're when they say independent, they're talking about, like, the majors, but Empire is almost I feel like at this point, Empire might be a label like a major label. It might be a major label, but they don't consider it one.
I thought this song was solid too. I always like hearing J Hus. I think I forgot what J Hus song I heard this week, but it had me real motivated to get going. I feel like J Hus be getting me motivated with his music. I don't know what it is, but I liked it. I think him and Ashake always sound great together when they do come out. But him and I don't know what's better, the him and Burna Boy collab or the him and Ashake
Don't
collab.
disrespect Burna Boy like that, boy. Don't
Really?
disrespect Burna Boy. Bro, they got 6 songs together. They got a whole EP together.
Yeah, but that it's quality over quantity, right? Isn't that how we
They
judge
only
things
I
nowadays?
mean, J Hus and Asake got 1 song together. This is the only song they got together. This is the
Okay,
first time we
that's the
heard them
only song.
together. I think if there's, like, one collab project I would want in life today, it would be Burna and J Hus. If we got a Burna and J Hus 8-pack, that would be all.
That might be like the new age version of like the rap song with the R&B hook, bro. Like,
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
there was an era in, like, the 20 I wanna say, like, the 2010s, they call it Afrousing, which is, like it was, like, Afro beats, but it was, like, UK Afro beats where, like, the lingo and the slang was very much British, but it was, like, over Afro beats style production, and that was when you had, like, J Hus, Mo Stacks, that mid-2010s run, that was fire, and so I figured when J Hus came back outside, it would be a lot of, like, the Afrobeat swing, you know what I'm saying? That "Who Told You" beat with P2J, I thought it was gonna be a ton of that production, but his last album was, like it's kind of all over the place, if we're being honest. So, if this is the direction he's going in for his project, I think he's got some shit in the tuck. I think we'll get a really good album, better than the last one, in my opinion.
yeah. I'm definitely ready for new J Hus. I'm always ready for new J Hus.
Alright, other than that, uh we can talk about Wild. I don't wanna spend too much time on Russ, mainly because, like, half of this I don't know, personally, I'm a big Russ fan, but I'm a Russ rap fan. I'm not a Russ R&B fan, and this album is about his girl, bro. Wild is about his girl.
I could definitely say, I personally liked a lot of songs off this album because I'm a Russ R&B and rap fan. But I will say I don't know what it is about like humans and not liking hearing people in love. I think we're all just I think we're all just cynical and sad because like I feel like when Chance came out with the I Love My Wife album, everybody still be talking about what the fuck was that? Like this came out and I hear a bunch of people talking about it, but I did feel like there was some okay songs on here. Let me go back to where's my like songs.
While you find the songs and stuff, I would say the reason people like artists is because of relatability, and people just aren't in love. People aren't in love. That's really what it is. People are struggling out here. The streets is nasty. They grimy. You know what I'm saying? So when somebody gets some like a girl or they get a boyfriend or something like that, you may say you're happy, but people is mad. People don't they're not in happy relationships. They don't love their wives. So like when you put the music out, I was like, "Oh, get this out of here."
Yeah, that's true. People misery does like company. I'll say that. I'll give them that. But the songs I liked off of here, I thought La La was a good use of like a sample, sorry. How Do You Do It was pretty good. I felt like that was kind of deep. I always like hearing Russ talk about like his relationship with his parents because like I feel like he's really raw and honest about that. Like I feel like a
Yeah.
lot of artists don't do that on the music tip or anything like that. So it's always cool to hear him talk about that type of stuff. And April 7th, I actually this came out before the album, but I felt like it sounded better on the album, like with what song was before. I don't remember what song was exactly before it, but I thought that was
Mm.
good. And I will just say we need to stop giving random niggas features. Whoever DJ Lucas is, I'm sorry, you're not that good. You're not that good. I don't know why he put you on here. I don't know if this is like this was like a favor. You his homie.
I saw an interview where he talked about the only feature on the album being this guy. He said he saw his On the Radar freestyle and was like it inspired Russ to like really get back to rapping, which I thought I after hearing the album, I'm like, there's raps on here, you know what I'm saying? But it's not a super rap heavy album. And so to go be like, yo, let me get bro on the project, I also disagree. I didn't really like it. I didn't really
Yeah.
like it.
I'm gonna put the rap radar freestyle or on the radar freestyle, and y'all decide if this is good because I'm gonna go listen to it.
Hash in it, bitch. I make a play like Jason Tatum at the last minute. It's my life, so don't mistake it with no rap image. Overcoat like ASAP Rocky when he's in that Rap Simmons. Said I really top my tie cause I'm a word doctor. They know I came up out the woods just like a bird watcher.
And if this is what he doing on there, Russ,
It wasn't bad.
choose
It
somebody else
wasn't
to be
bad.
inspiration.
It wasn't
I thought it
bad.
was
I went and watched it. No, 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 no. The freestyle. I went and
oh,
watched it.
okay.
It wasn't horrible. So
Okay, shit. I'm gonna have to listen to it.
you know how I interpreted the I'll send you the interview clip after, but how I interpreted his interpretation of this guy. Basically, being in rap, he feels like he has to talk about certain things or talk about things in a certain way to fit
Mhm.
in, especially because he's white, right? And this guy is from like Massachusetts or like New Hampshire or something like that. And he's just white rapping about white shit, but in a cool way. And he was like and he was sort of like, "Oh, I can just be white and rap about white shit." That's how I interpreted it. He felt comfortable being white.
Yes. Hey man, everybody got to feel comfortable in their own skin. But when it comes to music, DJ Lucas, you're not my speed. I'm just gonna say that. That's just my
I could
personal
see
opinion.
it. I could see it, but you're right. You're right. It wasn't the best song. But yeah, we'll come back to the damn. We'll come back to the Russ song. I mean, the Russ project at some point when I listen to the whole thing. Other than that, you put the Wale CRG remix in here. Let me know what you thought about that. And also, would you like to hear a Wale and Dave song?
Yeah, yes, I would like to hear a Wale and Dave song. I feel like that would actually sound pretty decent. I feel like content wise, they will be able to get some good ideas off of each other, like bounce some good ideas. But I thought this was cool to see. I always love to see Wale back out rapping. I think this new album that he's gonna put out soon is gonna be really good. If he goes on tour, which I'm assuming he will, I'm gonna go to that tour because I love Wale. But I thought this sounded great. I thought it was cool how he was able to fit into that pocket and also reach into what's kind of hot right now because he could have just picked some random beat and started rapping over it. He could have just picked some artist that he really liked, and maybe he doesn't really like Dave. And I mean, obviously he's tapped in with all the Nigerian stuff and like all that, but maybe he really does like Central Cee Dave, all that. But I feel like there's not many people on the American side that probably would have reached to that UK side for that just to grab that beat instead. He could have grabbed anybody else's beat, but I like the
Yeah.
fact that he chose Central Cee, one of the bigger artists on the I guess I can say on the planet right now. I guess he is one of the bigger artists on the planet right now. But
Is
yeah.
okay, we'll come back to that because I have a question for you. But yeah, I've seen like Wale tweet at Dave before.
Mhm.
I I don't know what that means, if it means anything, but I would love a song from them because they're both the genre of rapper that don't care about the number of bars they're gonna give you. Dave will write you 10 minutes of bars. Like that what is the song that's Heart Attack? Heart Attack is one of the craziest Dave songs I've ever heard, and that song is like 10 minutes long. But yeah, I would love to hear a song from them. This was solid. I am excited for the Wale project as well. But I was gonna so you said he might be one of the biggest artists on the planet right now. Like what
Yeah.
rappers are bigger than Central C right now outside of the big three? Yeah, outside of the big three. In the newer crop, say that because you can go old all day, I guess. But
Do you I mean, do you consider like maybe a Don Toliver a rapper? Or do you consider him more of like just kind of a general artist?
today
'Cause
he's considered hip hop.
okay. So I might say Don Toliver, like
You think
Don
Don
Toliver.
Toliver is bigger than Central C?
Maybe. I said might. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of people that I would maybe put there.
I mean, you could say here's the thing.
Don
I
Toliver.
don't think American will Americans really ever respect British or global rappers the way that the globe respects our rappers? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because I think Don Toliver is bigger than Central C here. Here, I think he's bigger, but everywhere else, I'm not sure about it.
I disagree with the whole not respecting rappers from other places because the biggest rapper, I guess he's the pop artist still, but rapper on the planet is Drake. And he's from Toronto, so like I don't
Canada
really.
is the 51st state. That doesn't count. That doesn't count.
What are we, Trump now? Like, that's not true.
What
That's
I'm
not true.
saying, okay, obviously I'm making a joke, but what I am saying is like he's in North America.
Yeah.
He's an actor, so he doesn't have he doesn't do the Canadian accent. Like he very clearly in interviews has a regular American-ish accent. That's
Okay.
facts. That's
Yeah.
facts. So
Right.
I think he's cosplay. He's been cosplaying as an American.
Okay. So, do you think that? What about Future?
Obviously.
Okay.
Give me somebody new. Give me somebody new.
Gunna. Gunna's pretty big right now. Gunna just had his last single sold like 1 million in the first week.
Who's bigger, Gunna or Central Cee? That might be the one. That might be the
Yeah.
one. Gunna's pretty big. Gunna's big worldwide too, though.
Yeah, low key, because he's been doing stuff. He had that song with SARS and Ashake, and he's worked with some like EDM artists. So yeah, I think Gunna would be right there. If anybody, my pick is Gunna. How about that? Gunna is bigger than
Okay.
Central Cee. That's for the
Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm with you. Last thing I forgot. There was two things I want to talk about in music. One, Jealousy. Jealousy came out with a remix. Jealousy by Tyler ICU, Lean Crazy, Khalil Harrison. Who did the producer? I mean, damn, I can't talk right now. Okay, so Kid Flow and Koto did a remix to Jealousy, the On My Piano song. That's probably, would I say that's the biggest On My Piano record?
Mm,
It might be either it's Jealousy or Mnike. Mnike? I don't know how you say it. Mnike. Everybody knows the song. It's one of those two, but Jealousy might be the biggest one right now, I would say. And the only reason I felt like bringing this here was I made the guess that On My Piano was going to start to translate into global markets because it's house music and because I feel like rappers will start to find pockets on those type of beats. And this is a very like EDM house-esque remix. It's not bad. But I see stuff like this translating over here very soon, and then hopefully Americans get on it. I would love to hear more Americans on it, but thought it was worth noting. And then Venna, the producer, saxophonist, released a track list for his project coming out in September. His project's called Malik, which is his name. But I thought the track list was interesting. He has Georgia Smith, Leon Thomas, Smino, someone named Kari, Mike, and Marco Bernardis, and then Yusuf Days. I've heard Yusuf Days. He's pretty good. He's in like the neo soul jazz lane. But I thought Smino, Leon Thomas, and Georgia Smith on your first album is kind of hard.
Yeah, and I mean, Mike isn't as big right now. I would say he's like underground rap, but hearing him on there is gonna be pretty interesting too. I'm excited to hear what this sounds like.
All I would say to this is the single. Here's the thing: anything prior to the start of the rollout for this album, I've really liked his. The singles he put out on the project already weren't my cup of tea, but I still have faith. My thing is, if your catalog is that strong with me, I still have faith that you can potentially put out a good album. You know what I'm saying? So in September, I will be listening to this. And then that was pretty much it. I think, do you want to get into this AI training and fair use real quick, or what are you thinking?
Give me a sec. Oh, my phone is tweaking. Okay, I just wanted to bring this up because I thought it was interesting. I want to keep bringing up these AI topics because I think coming up as the years go on. But a recent federal court ruling offered a mixed outcome for copyright holders and AI companies. The judge determined that using copyright books to train AI or copyrighted books to train AI without permission qualifies as fair use, largely due to the transformative nature of AI's output, which didn't closely resemble the original works. However, this transformative argument may not apply to lawsuits from the music industry, which alleges that AI outputs are nearly identical to copyrighted music. I'm going to stop there. So I think this is very interesting because there is going to be that line that's going to keep having to be drawn and redrawn of what's copyright versus what's not and stuff like that. And I think it's just going to make stuff really messy. Like, I feel like the whole sample thing is already really messy. Obviously, a lot of stuff is already fair use past. I think it was 50 years. There's some year limit to where stuff is fair use. But I think it's going to make stuff really messy, and I think it's going to make a lot of I think it's kind of going to hinder a lot of the AI use. Like, I think that it could be a good and a bad thing. Like, I think it's going to hinder people from using AI within music because they'll keep coming back with these issues of, oh, this is copyright, oh, this is copyright, it copied. But on the book side, I guess it's a little bit different. So yeah.
Here's the thing, right? And this is from a novice, somebody who's tried to make like 2 beats, right? This is somebody who's tried to make 2 beats. I would say my personal preference, I wouldn't want AI to make the beat. I wouldn't want AI to write the lyrics of the songs I'm listening to, and I wouldn't want AI generated voice. Now, would I be okay with like some auto-tune? Yeah. Would I be okay with AI enhancements? Probably wouldn't care. You know what I'm saying? I would say personally, the artists that I listen to the most, I don't think are using AI to sample and produce beats, to my knowledge. And so the artists that are truly hindered by this, I don't think I was listening to them anyway. But I do think, like you said, the blurry line gets to being like, if they can't determine that this was clearly a derivative of this, niggas about to just start biting the craziest beats. The craziest beats are about to start getting copied, which can get tricky. So that is definitely something to watch out for. Timbaland is still getting killed online. It's been weeks.
I would be killing him too, though. Like, signing an AI artist was crazy, but you know what's funny? We just said Gunna. Gunna was in an interview. He said the same thing. He said, "I would look into signing an AI artist. If you can't beat him, join him."
He said that.
Yes, he said that. Yes, he said that.
Bruh, I don't know. We'll see where this goes. But now I'm thinking about it, bro. Think about like how dancehall at the height, bro. People were hopping on this. 10 artists was hopping on the same beat, bro. They was hopping on the same beat. Who got the best version? You know what I'm saying? I don't think it should hinder artists as much as we are making it out to.
Yeah.
But it might. You know what I'm saying? I hope it doesn't. I feel like the real creatives figure a way out regardless, right? Like whatever the parameters of the situation are, they're gonna figure it out. But this is definitely crazy that was this a federal court? Yeah. It's
Yeah, it was
crazy
a
that they
federal
ruled
court.
that. Dang.
I do think I think the only issue artists are going to run into it, and then we can close this, is the attention aspect of it. Like, we talked about the fact that a lot of did your phone just go off too? Yeah, that's tough. Whatever. We talked about the fact that attention is going to be split a lot on social media with people being able to make AI videos and stuff like that. So I think it'll be interesting to see if we do see any, like, I guess, attention split when it comes to AI music versus real music. Because I even remember, sorry, I'm not trying to go on a tangent.
No, go.
I remember when they made that artist, like, had to be like 5 years ago, like the dude with the green hair and like all that, and everybody was in.
And didn't he say nigga or something?
Yeah, he said nigga. He said nigga. Yeah, that's that was part of it. Yeah, they had to say a nigga and shit. So it'll be interesting to see if Timberland or if Gunna or if one of these labels could actually bring an artist that makes people interested to listen. Like, I think that's been the thing that came out. Nobody wanted to listen to that. Nobody cared about it at the time. But we're in a different time now. It's 5 years from then. So
do you think I think people still care though. Like, I haven't heard nobody like, yeah, you heard that new AI joint? There's nobody's ever sent no new AI joint to my phone. So that's why I would be like, I'm not sure this is like, I feel like we're still looking for the human component. You know what I'm saying? At least the people I'm around. You know what I'm saying? I can't speak to that other demographic, but people I know ain't gonna be like, hey, you heard that new AI Timbo? No, I didn't. I saw AI on it and I didn't click on it.
Yeah, I think people still look for that human aspect of like the connection in artists specifically. Like, I think people one of the reasons that people like certain types of music or certain artists is that connection that they have to them and how that person can kind of understand them in a way, or you can relate to what that person has gone through or whatever. And I think people are still looking for that. Like even when I went to the Smino show, the way Samara Sim was talking during her during like the middles of the songs, or like when she would go song to song, I was like, a lot of the stuff she's saying I'm feeling right now because we're around the same age. Like she's not that old. So like a lot of the stuff that she was talking about when she was making the songs and like what was going through her head, I was like, I relate to that. Like there's a lot of that. So I think people still gonna look for that.
Yeah. Shout out to AI, boy. We definitely using you. That's all. I'm looking over here. That's the camera anyway. We definitely using you. We definitely using you. I ain't gonna lie. We had some technical difficulties this episode. I would give this episode like somewhere between a 6 and a 7. Rate our episode in the comment. You know what I'm saying? If you made it this far, please do. This was a tough one. But what songs you got for the people this week?
Okay. So I'm gonna give you out two real quick. So RMC Mike came out. That was an album I didn't mention, but that shit came out. I heard probably about 5 songs off it, but I like RMC Mike. So Neat Freak was the song I'm gonna pick on here. That was a good tunes. And then I've still been listening to this KWN album like religiously. Like it's the Bible or something. So Do What I Say off there. So go listen to that. Do What I Say, KWN, and Neat Freak by RMC Mike. Check that out.
Okay. I got a couple. I would say okay. Olamide sampled a Lauryn Hill song. You heard that one?
Fire.
I just heard it today. I thought it was actually Lauryn Hill, and then the beat switch. I was like, oh shit. Yeah, no. So I'm gonna give him that one. Lover Lover by Olamide. Next week we're gonna come in here and talk about Olamide. And then okay. Bom Bom. BOM. Shoni Compo. That's the name of the song. It's by TXC, who is signed to LVRN, or they're doing a deal with LVRN, which is where Summer Walker is and stuff like that. And then Feels and Scott's Mafuma and Al. You see, okay, this is what I'll say about South African artist names, right? Y'all put letters together in a way that the English language doesn't allow us to use them. XAPO, I don't know what that is, right? But that's the dude's name. This song is nuts. Scott's Mafuma and Liam Crazy, the two best, and Young Stunner. Those are my top 3 on my piano vocalists. Because I don't know if they're rappers or not. I don't know what they would be considered, artists, whatever. But Boom Boom by TXC. That song is hard.
Okay.
Oh wait, I got one more. I'm gonna be greedy this episode. Off the Jules project, it's called Atabake, the Atabake Rhythm by Jules Blanco and Rinson Sapencia. This song is hard because it's a mix between a drill song and a Brazilian like funk song, and they're rapping on it. It's got that boom cut, boom cut, boom cut, and they got UK artists and a Brazilian artist rapping on that hoe. That shit hard. That shit is hard.
So that beat you was making kind of sounded like Ozeba almost. Like was it kind of that kind of
boom tap tap boom tap boom cat cat boom cat? You ever heard the TikTok? You ever see the TikTok videos? Boom cat cat boom cat boom. Cat.
I've seen that one dude who like he'll be like making a Brazilian funk beat until it sounds good. Like I saw him do that.
That's the beat pattern.
Okay. Yeah, I see what you're.
But he figured it out in a way where it's like, this is hard. Like, how you get a UK artist and a Brazilian artist? Because it sounds like a drill. Like when a UK artist was on there, it sounded like a drill song a little bit.
Right.
I don't know. It's hard. Just go listen to it.
I got you.
All right. Next week we'll definitely do better. You know what I'm saying?
Riverside do better. How about that?
Riverside do better. Apple make the batteries last longer. You know what I'm saying? All that jazz. But we'll see y'all next week.
See y'all next week, man.